Hey everyone, Tim Schofield here with the Haier Pad W103. Not sure if that's the correct way to pronounce it, but I gotta be honest with you guys, I don't really know what to expect from this. It's $240 on Amazon. Figured let's open it up and see what's inside. This is a Windows tablet with Windows 10 on it with an Intel processor, 2 gigabytes of RAM, a 10.1-inch display. Let's go ahead and slide the top of the box open. There we go. You do have some packaging. Let's go ahead and take this out of the wrapper. Here's the tablet itself down at the bottom with that Windows button, of course. Let's flip it on over, and you do have silver with some accents and also just kind of some trim right there to differentiate between the two. On the side here, it looks like you have your USB port, probably a display port. That kind of looks like a micro USB port. I'll get into that in just a second. A headphone jack and what looks like a micro SD card slot as well. A couple speakers on the left side. Up at the top is where your power and volume rockers are. So we're going to turn this on. Hopefully it has a little bit of charge. Okay, it looks like it does. It also looks like it comes with a screen protector, considering that says 2 in front, so you can peel it off. Let's let that boot up for a little bit and then talk about what else is in the box, because it looks like it does come with a keyboard and a keyboard case, I should say, which is right here. Let's peel this open. And it's very soft touch feel to it. Fold this open. Looks like it has a small magnet right there to close. And here is the keyboard. And it looks like this tablet has already booted up to the Windows Start screen, but let's go ahead and try and attach it to the keyboard. So, wow, okay, so magnet right there. I don't know exactly the mechanism here, but let's test this out. So it locks in, and then let's see if we can try and set it up. Sorry, a little limited space right here. Okay, so figuring it out, looks like this folds back and sits like this. The two magnets close it up at the top, and then without this holding anything up, looks like you lock the keyboard in, and then it sits up for you at a decent angle, so it's not adjustable. It will stick at this angle. And then here's a quick look at that keyboard that comes with a full number row and also some functions up at the top, along with a trackpad with left and right mouse buttons. It also looks like this functions as a case. If you connect it like this, you throw that on top, and then this locks for a case with exposing inputs, so you can actually charge the device while you have it in the case. Almost forgot, there is some information, some literature, and looks like a charging cable with an AC adapter. So that's all that would be in the box. Let's take a look at the tablet. Okay, so it took off the screen protector, and it says, "Hi there," which is a standard start screen for Windows. Let's go ahead and boot this up. All right, so I skipped through everything. It says, "Hi, we're setting things up, getting updates." I connected to my Wi-Fi. One thing to note is that it did not have a 5 gigahertz network. So here's a closer look at the back with options with headphones. You have micro SD card slot, USB, and an HDMI slot as well. And that's all it does say on the back of it. While it boots up, here's just a closer look at those inputs right there, and then turning it over, there's those buttons as well, which have a decent amount of click to them. I have no issues with the quality of these buttons, and overall it feels pretty premium, considering it does have pretty much an all aluminum body. I'm not sure how I'm going to like having sound only coming out the one side, but we'll see. All right, signed into my Windows account, got everything set up. Let's try this guy out. So there's the home button, and of course, full Windows 10. You can swipe over to your Action Center as well. You have your Xbox. You have all your Microsoft apps as well. I'm pretty interested to see how well it's going to sync with the Xbox. I've noticed the brightness is at 100% right now, and then I just kind of dropped it down, and you'll see it gets really dim. So that's not an issue with dimness. I wish it got a little bit brighter, though, at 100%. That's one thing about the display. I wish it got a little bit brighter. I'll have to test it out outside to see what it looks like. Let's open up Microsoft Edge, and you'll see you can swap it into full screen mode. So essentially, you got a desktop-like experience going on. So if we go to, let's try and go to google.com. Looks like it's still setting things up. disconnecting and reconnecting things. And actually, I want to try something out. So I have a USB stick. I'm going to plug that in and kind of see and make sure that it's going to recognize my USB stick, of course, with a USB port on it. So let's go ahead and pop this guy in. It made the sound like it removable disk right there. Do you want to scan and fix? I'm going to continue without scanning. Tap to choose what happens, and we are going to open folder to view files. And there it is. So this is just a nice, seems pretty responsive as well. One thing to make note of, but I don't know why the keyboard hasn't popped up yet. It should. That's actually kind of an issue. I don't know why the keyboard has not popped up. I'm trying to type. I don't know if there's a special thing to do. Let's tap this keyboard down the bottom right. Okay. I don't know why it made me do that. Did you? Obviously, you guys saw that. But let's try going to google.com right now. I'm going to open up a new tab. google.com. Go. And then I'm going to hit X to undo the keyboard. I don't know why I have to manually open up the keyboard every time. That's kind of interesting. I'll get more in the full review. Hopefully there's a setting where I can have it automatically open up right away. But let's go back into it. Let's go and jump into settings real quick. Standard Windows 10 settings. This is a 2 gigabytes of RAM. It does have an Intel processor, so we'll see. I'm going to try and do other, maybe a little more graphic intensive things, etc. When I test it out. But overall, it feels pretty responsive. I've never really used a Windows tablet before. I have a laptop that runs Windows 10, of course, but never really used a tablet that has Windows 10. I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so there we go. It does have Cortana as well. What's the weather like outside?
It's currently 31 and mostly sunny.
Okay, so in Chicago, that worked. Using Cortana seemed pretty snappy and smooth. You have Word Mobile, you have Excel Mobile, you have PowerPoint Mobile, all being the mobile app. As you can see, my guess is you're probably going to have to pay for Office 360 or whatever they call it now. I haven't used it in a little while. There's your Bluetooth. Let's find the camera actually. So it should be in our apps. All right, so I just searched for the camera application, and overall, I don't think the quality is going to be the best. Obviously, I don't really take pictures with tablets, but it says 2 megapixel rear camera, so that's pretty grainy right there. So I would not expect much from the rear or front camera, to say the least, from this tablet. However, it feels pretty snappy. Obviously, I'm going to need to do a lot more, maybe some benchmarks, etc. And build quality seems pretty good as well. I'll have to let you guys know how it goes, though. I will do a full review pretty soon and keep you guys updated. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Google+. Click that subscribe button. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching.